Welcome to the Gita in Action podcast. My name is Radha, and I'm here with a family of seekers. And we are studying this ancient wisdom text together here every Monday and Thursday. And today is an especially special day because today is Thanksgiving here in the US. And I thought maybe for Thanksgiving, just to kind of, honor the holiday and kind of meld it with the Gita, I thought maybe we could all share a spiritual blessing that we've received this year. Maybe just our little family before we start reading the Gita together today. Maybe we can just take a moment and share some blessings because this day it's a special day where we kind of reflect on all that we have and all that we're grateful for. And and in our spiritual lives, we have so much to be grateful for, and it's so helpful to talk about that together because then it's kind of like lifts us all up, right? And then it kind of reminds us even of other things. Oh yeah, I'm grateful for that too. I have that too, or it kind of just starts the consciousness high, right? So is that okay?
Sequence
Can
of
can we
positive
start that?
events.
What?
Chain reaction, a sequence of positive events.
Yes, thank you. Exactly. Yeah, a chain reaction. I like that. So let's can we do that to start our Thanksgiving here together? Yeah.
Prayers?
Yeah, we could start with prayers and then we could do that. That's a good idea. Let's start with our prayers. Shakti, do you want to lead us?
My honor. Om Jnana Timirandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Shtapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kara Mayam Dandati Sva Pandatikam Vande Ham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamlam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savarhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakan Vitams Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kancha Garungi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Prananami Hari Priye Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachayane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Paschataya Deshatayane Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavembhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Guru Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Oh, so beautiful.
Thank you for
Thank
joining
you. Thank you all.
and share. One thing quick is that Thanksgiving, in the material world and Christmas in the material world, that is not what we're celebrating, I don't think here. I can, if I don't want to speak for everyone, but the intention of love, the thankfulness of Krishna and all that we have, it's like anything. People say, "Oh, it's a material holiday." Well, yeah, it can be a material holiday. It doesn't have to be.
Hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Such a beautiful intention. Thank you, Shakti. Yeah. So many people today, including, myself, are running around cooking, worried about how, this is going to turn out and getting all prepared for and sometimes the material consciousness does kind of creep in. So just to kind of remind ourselves. I love that this is not what it's really about. It's not really about, if you overcook the pie. My mom sent me a picture yesterday of her pecan pie. She's like, "Is this burnt? Is this burnt?" I'm like, "No, Mom, it looks great. It looks great." It's the heart's intention. And we can spend today in that kind of consciousness, that kind of bhakti consciousness. Or we can sink down to material consciousness. So such a nice reminder. Thank you, Shakti. Let's keep it high today when we're tempted to sink down. Thank you. Beautiful. So I was thinking, and not to, put the divine couple on the spot or anything, but since since they're, our longest practitioners here, maybe they could start our blessing circle and just sharing, a blessing that they've received this year that they're grateful for, spiritual blessing.
Um, negotiating who goes first. Um,
Ladies first.
well, I mean, I'm retiring this year, and it's been a year of deciding to do that, and I mean, it's time, and I really prayed a lot about it, and I'm hoping Krishna, blesses me with the energy and the time now, to be a little more serious and do stuff and serve more. I know I've been serving, in other ways and capacity in my work and all that stuff, but it's like having to have kind of a new reframing of the time I have left on earth. So I see that as a spiritual blessing. Um,
Yes.
my brother-in-law said when I was only 30 years old or something, 34 years old, don't wait till you're old to start doing Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
And I've been said, I've definitely practiced, but not in any way that anyone would say was puka or,
Mm.
steady or anything like that. And here I am old and I'm remembering his words, and it's like, but it's never too late to start. He also said that. So I feel like, that that blessing of seeing the arc of my life. Um,
Wow.
when I look back, I've been so blessed. I mean, Christian's been so kind to me, like unbelievably. I'm a real mercy case. So, but it is a really new chapter coming up. So, um, I need to be very cognizant and grateful for that.
Wow. Yes. Beautiful. We'll all pray for you and that Krishna gives you this spiritual strength during this
Thank you.
time to really
Thank-
use the time.
Yeah, because it's
Amazing.
running out.
It's running out. Yeah. For all of us, whether we're aware of it or not, right?
Not
Thank you.
guaranteed even another minute.
Thank you. Thank you, Stella.
I,
Beautiful. Hare
I've
Krishna.
been, I'm so fortunate in my life that I have to count my blessings every day. And I'll just say I'd be happy to go into more detail at any time, but I don't want to take time away today too much. In the last year, though, especially in my writing, in my editing, have really brought me many blessings. And I think above all is to be able to bring some happiness to devotees, and especially to advanced, mature devotees, Srila Prabhupada's disciples. And so this year I've really had an opportunity to work and with several devotees and form relationships that are just when you write with someone or edit with someone, it's a very intimate, it can become very intimate and close relationship. And I've been incredibly fortunate in that way. And so this year, I really am so thankful for those relationships and working on books with Harisari Prabhu and Mukunda Maharaj and Giriraj Swami, and being able to work with them, I would say. And also, I get so much reciprocation from my work, from readers and also from authors. And I've continued this year to receive just beautiful messages and encouragement and messages of thanks from devotees in relation to a biography of Aindra Prabhu that I wrote. So
Wow,
it's
you wrote
been a
that.
very rich and
Amazing.
yeah. Um,
Beautiful book.
it's been, and I'm still um, just 3 days ago, I received a note from someone who just wrote it and expressed their
I just
thanks.
read it.
Who just read it? I'm sorry.
Wow.
Um, s- just so many. I've just received so much beautiful reciprocation, and to be able to make those devotees and those early disciples of Srila Prabhupada happy. I mentioned Mukunda Maharaj and Harisari Prabhu and Giriraj Swami. In particular, this year I was able to write books for them and finish editing books for them. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for that. It's been a beautiful blessing this year. And I also just have to add that, to be on this path, to have such an incredible partner in Bhakti, um, I've just got the best.
Oh my goodness.
I'm very thankful for that. Hare Krishna.
Wow. Thank you for sharing. Wow. Hashtag couple goals right here. You guys are the best. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. Who would like to go next? Let's see. Kay, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so let me get into the light. It is so dark here. Okay, being an immigrant coming from different country, and then we feel like, oh, we came here with nothing, and of course, then we earned so much, and we are so grateful to this country, and then we thank God and everything. But I'm new to ISKCON, and this year I've been more. I have learned so many things, and I want to talk about two Srila Prabhupada. He came from India and with nothing, and he went through so much to learn about that. It it really, I mean, it moved me so much. And then recently, I learned about Sri Radhanath Swami coming from America to India, and I haven't read the whole thing, but I learned a little bit. And then I feel like, oh my, they have been through so much, and we should be so thankful to know that, since he came from America to India and Srila Prabhupada came to America, that's why we are getting so much. And I feel like I'm coming closer to Krishna because of so many personalities, and I'm just naming one and two. So, we did nothing compared to what we learned. I mean, learn about their patience, their endurance, their endeavors, everything. So I'm so thankful to learn about so many personalities.
Mm, beautiful. Thank you. Such nice
Thank you.
reminders. The
Thank you.
reason why we're all here, Srila Prabhupada, why we're all here together right now, anyway. Yeah. Thank you so much. What do you think, Maria? Do you want to share?
Sure, sure. Oh, I don't even know where to start. But I had many reasons for thinking this would be the last year of my life here. And I wasn't upset about it. I just wanted to make sure I was prepared. And I wasn't supposed to turn 70, which I turn a week from tomorrow. But I'm still here. And I don't have any health issues I know of that I would worry about. I don't know. I just feel like my life has been so blessed in ways I can't even describe. And there's so many devotees who I feel have really, really helped me along the way in recent years. Um, Plus, I was worried about the mileage on my car because it's been such a great car, but it had 107,000 miles on it. And just like that, I ended up with a brand new car.
Wow.
So I can't even explain things that are happening, but I guess I'm gonna be here for a while yet. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every day and everything that happens. And thank y'all. It's wonderful being
Amazing.
here.
We're happy you're here, Maria.
Thanks.
Thank you. Shakti, do you want to share with us?
Yeah, I have a visitor.
Welcome, George.
My better
Oh,
half.
happy
Good to
Thanksgiving.
see you
Those
again.
that
Happy
celebrate.
Thanksgiving. It's wonderful.
Um, yeah, grateful for my 20 years plus with George, um, for his constant acceptance of my searching, my seeking. This year I was initiated, which was really so just it was just another step in my bhakti life search, bhakti shastri. And then my guru Maharaj um, asked me to run one of the bhakti yoga circles that he wants to become an ISKCON circle, will become an ISKCON community, and then eventually he wants to build a temple. He wants to build a temple in Hamilton, which is in town where I live. It's like the city or more city part, but it's still the town where I live. So I've just recently, this will be actually my first Sunday that I'll be kind of doing it myself, um, and it's like I'm that's like you were talking about, Stella. It's like I prayed because the temple is 2.5 hours from me. So I'm like, I prayed, what can I service and association, and it's so everybody's so far away, and then I was in West Virginia in New Vrindavan doing this fantastic, beautiful course, a Pujari course that I was able to do with Radha and see her every single day. And so it's these all these blessings. Like when I pray to Krishna for blessings, the things that come to me are so different. I'm not getting
Mm,
a new car. It's, here's a service for you to do, which I know will fill my heart more than whatever. Like the first thing people say is, what did you get for Christmas? What'd you get? I'm like, I got Srila Prabhupada. I
mm,
got, you know,
Mhm.
so yeah, just I got initiated, for me, that was not just about my name. It was really about a transformation of my heart and my soul and a commitment to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and many others, that I will share this with all that I know and serve to the best of my ability. Um, but George, do you want to share something? We're sharing something we're grateful for.
Of course. Thank you for for letting me pop on here for a minute.
thanks for being here.
No, of course. No, I was thankful for Shakti, and it's kind of nice to see her evolution, right? Her journey within Bhakti and ISKCON, and even now with with Bhakti Marga, yeah, almost like handpicking her sort of take over for the Hamilton, location, I think was a bit of a shock for her, because she doesn't, she just sometimes doesn't believe, right? Doesn't know her own worth, right? And I always have to remind her daily that
Aw.
she is worthy, right? And yeah, you talk about the holiday season, and a lot of it is about, yes, what did you get, the material stuff, but it's really more about, not getting, but what are we giving, right?
Mm.
Service that and that we give. And I'm, myself, I'm not, like technically not a like devotee, but I'm just like devotee by proxy, right? But it's funny because I know Bhakti Marga, he calls me Bhakta Jorge, right? And he always says, he's like, he's like, theoretically you don't have to be, but you already are just by, how you are.
Yeah.
And like I always, for me, it's always, you can always have to come from a place of kindness. So, how can we do that every day, right?
Mm.
I mean, with the stuff that I do with music, whatever podcasts, stuff like that, I always say, it doesn't cost anything to be kind to somebody, right?
Mm.
And sometimes you know, it boggles me that, you know, there's tons of people that just don't do that. And for me, I don't understand that, right? How can you not be, right? But just thankful for, um, also for the community and this group that you've built, Radha. I mean, this is, you guys do this, a couple times a week. And even though I don't get up as early as she does, I think when I do get up, it's, she's like, you guys are starting the call, or like in the middle. So I kind of off camera, I come down and I just like sit and listen. So, I just, thankful that she has all of you as well. Even though, you guys are kind of spread across the world. These kinds of get-togethers, even though they're not in the physical form, they're very, very helpful. And yeah, it's just, it's nice to see, and I feel the love, the community that you guys, are building here and continue to build, and it's a beautiful thing. So, um, yeah, rambling a little bit, but
Amazing. Wow. It's so good to hear from you. What a bhakta heart you have. What a bhakta heart you have. And thank you so much for taking such good care of our precious Shakti. Yes, she's blessed. You are blessed. Thank you both for being
I am
here
the
and for
lucky one
sharing.
here. So,
Oh,
yeah.
so sweet. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you both. Denny, I see you on camera. Do you want to share a spiritual blessing this year? I know you're at work, so don't feel like you need to. I just saw you on camera, so I thought I'd call on you.
Nobody's really here, so they does come to work. But
We can't hear you that well, Denny. Can you speak a little louder or maybe bring it closer to you?
can you hear me?
Yes.
Um, yeah, we're not busy at work, so I figure I'd join in. But I'm more thankful for the negativity in my life. And the reason being is because it made me more spiritual.
Wow.
So a lot of people are, I don't want negativity and stuff like that. And I've always felt like that for this year. And I've had so much negativity that I've come forward with that it's actually changed my life and
Wow.
but I think I'm more thankful for Nuber and Gotham for making me more of a devotee.
Wow.
You know, actually, Kripa Maya, he's introduced me to so many people. Jai Krishna and his wife for letting me stay there for so long. Uh, just everything this year has just been up and down, up and down, and up and down. I had to accept that, I'm more thankful for all the negativity that's come in my life this year, because now it's, you know, moving on and moving forward in my spirituality. You know, I don't
Wow.
know, it woke me up more, to life. But I mean, I still have a lot of problems. Uh, but I'm thankful for all you, the people in Cleveland that's accepted me, and you know,
It's
uh,
perfect.
and I got to thank you also for the last couple of years that you've been in my life as well and helped me through everything.
Amazing, Denny. It's like
You
the
all,
the mark of a true spiritualist is being grateful for the negative. That's a tough thing to do, but to see that we transform through the negative and become like butterflies, kind of like what Shakti was saying. They're talking about the evolution. I was picturing a butterfly when he said that, Shakti. I was picturing Shakti just coming out as a butterfly. But that's what Jenny's talking about here too, right? This kind of metamorphosis that we go through as we go through it all and we grow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Denny. Thank you for being here. Katie, do you want to share with us?
Hi, Krishna. I would love to. Thank you. Um, yeah, wow. Okay, so I was thinking about encouragement, continuity, and connection, and feeling very grateful for first off this group, and having the blessing to come to it so early on. And I just remember meeting you in Colombia, and how the parrots there go Radha, Radha. I think one also shares your name. Yeah, and how encouraging we are to each other and to other connections. And I remember a while back telling my teacher, like in the beginning, like when I first met him, and I want to be more, like consistent. I want to be more consistent with bhakti. And then pretty quickly we realized that's like, I actually want to move from consistent to as constant, as possible. And it's without this group and others that's encouraged me to join, that would be just unachievable. Yeah, just so different. And so on the ride home from our retreat in April this year, so everyone, please come join us on retreat.
Yes.
I was in the car with Rukmini and Brittany and a few other of our friends who came on that retreat, and it had been encouraged to join a sage group during that retreat. And so I was sitting in the car with them going, oh, I already have like two or three classes on my 2 days off, and this one twice a week, but they were like, just do it, if you can do it. And I've now done 3 sage groups, and Narayani was in one with me, and that's been really powerful, and a way to meet more devotees and senior devotees, and just continue this, keep everything going, so I'm really grateful for those things, like the encouragement we have for each other, the continuity of it all. So thank you so much. And how it just builds these more connections, and reminds us how connected we are. Krishna's always there. So I'm so grateful. Yeah. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that. So thoughtful, and thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Meg, do you want to share with us today?
Sure. This is an interesting time because every year my birthday's in December, so I kind of use November as a reflective date and where I am, and I'm still old-fashioned like paper calendars, so it helps to go through page, month to month what you did because it's easy to forget and do everything. And I love this group. As a newcomer, I'm still on um, the outsides a little bit. I have spiritual beliefs, and a lot of what I hear is in total alignment with what I do, and it doesn't conflict. But sometimes I'm a little hesitant to speak because I don't want to say something out of turn, and it's not to ever upset anybody. And if I ever do, please take it with it was meant out of love. But this group has been lovely. I've mentioned it before. I found it. There are no accidents, but so I'm in Ohio. I go to West Virginia for a retreat, know nothing about it, know no one. And it's just been absolutely lovely. And so I've been on 2 retreats. I already signed up for the third. I had in October a big vacation, and it was big because I've always wanted to see the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is huge, never been to the desert. And so when Katie, when you just talked about connection, I went on my vacation looking for one was connection and looking for space, which you see space with the Grand Canyon, the desert, all this. And the interesting people and situations I met was just absolutely lovely. So when you open yourself up for things, the experiences I had was amazing. I mean, met a bunch of motorcyclists from France. Who would do that at the Grand Canyon? But anyhow, uh, it's been a very lovely year. Health wise, yeah, sometimes when I go, I really hurt a lot. So going to the Grand Canyon now, as opposed to 20 or 30 years ago, I didn't do as much as I imagined, but it was still lovely. And so I've accepted where I am, but still not giving up on anything. But spiritually, where I look at, I personally love my angels and I work with them. You talk about deities, and I'll use the term gods and goddesses. And I do. So there's a lot of things that are, you know, they flow together. They flow together. And I'm familiar with it. I love the book reading. So I'm very grateful for doing the Gita. I actually had one. I found one copy in my basement, but I bought one at the first retreat. And this way it's actually bigger type. So that's okay. Good. So I've loved everybody. As everybody's been talking, my eyes have teared up. So it's just been a lovely morning. So thank you all.
Wow. Thank you, Meg. Thank you for sharing. And you've said that before, but you'll never offend anybody with your beliefs, or we encourage all beliefs here. And and I mean, I'm married to somebody who's Catholic. That's my husband. So I'm familiar with different beliefs, and I think it just enriches the experience for all of us. We respect that and appreciate that, and so never feel like, yeah. And I love that. You take what resonates and you can leave what doesn't. And we take no offense here. So it's beautiful. Thank you. And Janardhan, do you want to share with us?
Yeah, Goranga Haribo. I loved everything. I'm so happy that there's more guys here. I felt, today I was like, am I in the wrong meeting? Should I enjoy it so much? So, I'm so happy to see everybody again, to be here. So that's like a little thing I'm super grateful for because it shows me I'm in the right place, doing the right thing. Um, I really, it's my, I enjoy a lot of off the wall stuff, which could be seen as a cult or not, like whatever, right? Anything, numerology, stuff like this, star readings, star charts, Jyotisha, as the ancients would have. But applying it, I'm grateful to be in a position to be accepted, to still be like Hare Krishna, I believe is a good person, but to like really find my people. what the husband of that amazing wife, sorry to be so vague, who wrote those books in memoirs, like just the reciprocation and just know that like I'm seen and I'm where I need to be. And I'm just grateful to have like a spiritual family because my life was so dry. It's so dry. And I have an ability to stay, in these real places. Just I don't even know, right? But yeah, there is no, it's Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Saktis. I have hundreds of millions of transcendental names, which I invest all my potencies. Lord Chaitanya did not take stay in his town or be this sannyasi because how could he apply to every town and village if he was from here and was treated like that? Or
You're going out a little
did
bit. We're losing you a little bit. Oh no, your service, Janardhan, your service is not great, I think. Your connection.
and people were sectarian.
Hmm.
Oh, it's okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
If your service comes back on better, please share with us. We're so happy that you're here and that you joined our community. We are blessed. Thank you. Aaron, do you want to share with us?
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm at a friend's and the service is not great. It's also a house full of friends and kids and dogs, so there's a little bit of chaos going on, but I'm grateful for all of it. And for all of you and all of your beautiful wisdom that you're sharing this morning. This is such an amazing way to start Thanksgiving. Um, I am really grateful for and feel that I have been blessed to find ways to start asking questions this year. I feel like ever since I started on this path, it was always in an amazing way, like you're encouraged to ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. And it took me a few years to get comfortable enough to start asking questions. And it's I think, just for me, it was very obvious now. Like I needed to find the right community to be in to be able to ask those questions. So I've just been very, oh, here comes a puppy. uh, Fortunate to like I found a mentor this year that I get to talk to regularly and have really frank and open conversations with, which is so beautiful. And then this community as well, right? Like I knew about this group, Radha, like you invite everyone, like the first time you meet them, like I have a podcast, you should come. Like we talk live, you should share. But like your encouragement is so like refreshing and uplifting, and like even the answer you just gave to Meg, like this space being so open and non-judgmental, like um I think it's always such a good reminder. And I think especially when you're new to something, it's like you can become like a zealot of like, no, I just read that Prabhupada said the opposite of that, or like I just read somewhere else where like we don't believe that, but like to be reminded over and over again, like the actual goal and purpose of bhakti, and not always those like nitty gritty details and getting lost in the nuances. But anyways, I am rambling now, but I feel like this community, and it took a couple of retreats, but this last retreat in September, I was like, no, I need to start joining this call. And it's been so amazing. And I didn't join before because I used to do the Bhakti Center's Bhagavatam class, which is at the same time. And that class is awesome, and they have amazing speakers. But I was never comfortable to share or ask questions. And I was always multitasking, like always, because it's daily. And I was like, I got to do dishes, I got to eat breakfast, I got to do a million other things. So so while it's so great, I just feel like once I started coming to this class and, being encouraged to share and being, you know, never like feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have asked that question, but feeling like just like that support and encouragement. I'm just so grateful for this group and for all of you, and especially for you, Radha, and coordinating this and all the effort you put into it. Because I think we all need groups like this, and um, for each of us to have found it when we did, like Meg said, there are no coincidences. Like, I know it's perfect timing. And it's just one small reminder to keep reminding me that Krishna has a plan for all of us and it is all perfect timing. So I could maybe try to stop fighting that a little bit, but that's for another time. Thank you all so much, Haribol.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Erin. And we love your questions. We love your questions. People who ask questions are serious about their growth and progress, because everybody has them. It's just the difference between asking them and sitting with them. And to the extent we sit with them, our growth is kind of stopped there. Right? So we love you for that. We love your intelligent questions. Thank you. Thank you. Does anybody who's off camera want to share? Amrita, I'm not calling on you all because I know sometimes we are having to do other things while we're listening. But if any of you would like to share, did you just go off mute, Amrita?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
First, I'll apologize for my voice. I had a bout with asthma for the last week, so my voice is not completely back. So please forgive my voice. Are you able to hear me correctly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
When you first asked the question, the first thing that came to mind was you. I'm extremely grateful for you, Rata, because not just what you do on camera, but I know all the preparation you must do off camera with your beautiful baby and your family. I'm extremely grateful for you because even though I'm not able to join regularly because of time constraints, when I join, not only am I feeling the love of spiritual family, but I feel the love of family. This particular group, if I wanted to talk about the weather, I know there would be no judgment. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have done to set the precedents and all of the members of this group, it just feels like family, period, just family. So I'm extremely grateful for that. The second thing that came to mind was the retreat that I went on. I've never been on a retreat. So the retreat that you led with Vitaji, I felt so wonderful. I was able to go to that retreat and visit the New Vrindavan temple and also meet wonderful people like Meg and Aaron and Kay. And it was just incredible. It was just incredible. Um, the energy there is wonderful, just bliss. I was also able to visit New Taliban Temple. So those are my major spiritual blessings this year. I'm just, uh, it was just without words, incredible. Thank you so much, all of you. And I just wanted to take Meg home with me. She's such a wonderful person. Oh my God. Haribo.
Haribo. Wow, thank you. Thanks for sharing, Amrita. I'm so grateful for you all. You guys make this happen and make this a family. And, I'd be studying anyway. So being able to study and share, and it really just helps me. I'll be honest, it really just helps me. But it's so nice that it connects us all. So, um, Kelly's on camera. This is so special. We get to hear from Kelly.
Hi, Krishna. Um, I love this class. Every day I'm able to join, and every day I get to listen to it online. And um, yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity to share that. This year, I feel like had a I, Maya has just totally distracted me from my service, and yet Krishna and Prabhupada continue to send me Veda and you to remind me to give me opportunities to serve, and so I'm just feeling really grateful for that. But even when I see myself getting swept away with Maya, Krishna's there to offer something, always something to bring me back to him, to remind me of him. So, and I'm grateful for the timing of your class because it fits in my schedule so nicely that I can come to live classes. And the way that you show up, the ease with which you do this class, and the acceptance and the openness and all inclusiveness is, I just wish this was everywhere. So thank you for offering every Monday and Thursday morning. And and I love being able to access it online anytime to access you and everyone here, all your shares, all your hearts, your big full hearts and loving couples. It's really inspiring. Hare Krishna.
Hi, Krishna. So nice. What a Thanksgiving treat to get to see and hear from you live, Kelly. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Hey, Radha,
Yes.
I don't see Mariah.
I know. I don't know what happened to Mariah. We'll have to text her.
Yes, we shall.
Yeah. Love hearing from Mariah. Because I thought she said she was supposed to she'd be able to come here, but something must have came up.
And what about you, Radha Pretty?
Oh goodness, what about me? Man, yeah, I've been kind of thinking about this for the past day actually, and I wanted to hear from you guys first because I thought maybe it would kind of like solidify what I wanted to share, and it kind of did actually. So I think what I'm most grateful for this, or the biggest blessing I've received this year, is just constant opportunities for service. And it's kind of what Kalachandri was saying too. Like, when I got into bhakti, service was not really what so much motivated me. A lot of times, just like working was what I did to prove my worth. So I actually kind of got into that mode a little bit as it came to service. But as I've kind of progressed and things have just kind of come onto my lap, things that I wouldn't have done myself, like this podcast, for example, or even like the work that I do now for my boss, who's a devotee. And now it's turned into a lot of service. And I would have never, like, those things just kind of came onto my lap. And so I did them. But I've seen how, how connected it makes me and how purifying it is, to do, especially like do a podcast like this. Like, you really kind of have to release the ego. Um, and, and in that, I mean, I guess you don't have to, but it's difficult if you don't. But in that, you start to, your heart starts to open, and you start to feel Krishna's presence more and more in your life, when you're trying to make Krishna the center of your life and serve Krishna in that way. And you also realize, places that your intention maybe could be purified, where you are still a little attached to how you look or how you sound or what people think, or and this makes us grow. So I feel like Krishna's really held me close by giving me all these opportunities and giving me opportunities that I've had to say no to. That's also, I've learned so much in that experience from about myself and about my connection and intention. And it's all a learning experience and a growth experience. But at the end of the day, the service is what builds our connection with God. I really have come to believe that firmly. And I didn't when I first came in, but even the way I view what service is has changed. It definitely was more of like a what can I show the world, to more of like what can I do for the world. And that's been purifying and has really made me feel close to God. So I'm grateful for those service opportunities. And if you're on here and you need more service opportunities, feel free to text me and I can help you get connected. Because it's less about even like what you're doing as much like service is for us, service is for us. And the world benefits, and that's beautiful. But at the end of the day, it's like the service is our connection to God, and we all need something, even if it's small, even if it's something small. We all need that just regular, it's important in our spiritual practice. And if you don't believe me, try it and then see how you feel because it's the stuff. So I think that's my blessing that comes to mind.
And your daughter,
Oh, my
the
daughter, what an
biggest service,
opportunity for
the
service.
biggest service.
It's true. She's wrapped up in there too. She was definitely a service opportunity. And to constantly remind myself, that she's not mine. I'm a servant of God and caring for her and kind of nurturing her God consciousness. That's been purifying also. So definitely my daughter in there. Thank you. Thanks, Shakti or Stella.
Um, sorry, but
Yeah.
just
Never say sorry. Let's
um,
hear.
yeah, children, and Stella always is helpful with me because she has adult children. My Jaden's not, he's 19, so he'll be 20. So he's pretty much, he's almost the adult kid. But it's re- anytime when I'm talking about him, I just say, I can't talk about him. It's like a piece of your heart is walking around outside of your body. And the love that you have for your child, and I know he's not mine. And I know, and like, when he'll be like, Mom, I just told you that or something. I'm like, or I say something and he's like, he gets like maybe frustrated. I'm like, listen, you chose me, buddy. So not my fault. You chose me.
Mm.
And but when I see him do things that I used to do, things that I don't like that I did before Bhakti, um, I I get sad. But I also now this year I'm able to see things that he does from as a result of my bhakti, as a
Mm.
result of listening to the Mahabharat 24/7 in my car every time I pick him up from school. I mean, for the
Mm.
last, I don't know, 12 years,
Mm.
I've just been listening to the Mahabharat in my car and then playing the harmonium and then him, coming down, Radhe, Radhe, Mom, like just so him hearing that or him, seeing what I do, seeing and like the other last week we had a brahmachari, a Prabhupada disciple, Guranga, I think his name's Goradas, and he just drives around in his van and he just preaches
Mm.
and sells books. And in the winter in Canada, he tries to find, a spot to stay. So again, like you were saying, my guru's like, do you, I don't want to put you out, would you? And George's like, yeah. So, so he stayed here for like a week, and like my son's like at first he was like, I just don't want him to stay in my bed. I just don't, he's not going to stay in your bed. But when he sees things like that, like
Mm.
that's what Stella, I have to thank you for reminding me that when he sees that, when he sees that we open our home to someone that we don't know, and he
Mm.
just stays here for a month, and a month, a week, and
Mm.
this thing, and he sees, us going out. I mean, George didn't say this, but he's my partner in this bhakti circle. Like Sunday, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to go over. He's like, no, I took the day off. Like, so
Mm.
like he's been doing it, helping me. And so it's
Mm.
like when Jaden sees those things and he's like, oh, what are you guys up to this weekend? Oh, we're serving, we're doing this. That
Mm.
has an effect on him. And
Mm.
and I'm lucky because some kids that doesn't happen, but I know it has an effect on him because of just how oh, oh, okay, or just different things. And so, yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
Why that came up. I don't know why it came
No,
up.
that's beautiful. Thank you,
Yeah.
Shakti. You know that I was just talking to my boss a couple days ago, and he's, been a devotee forever. He's very advanced, was telling me the greatest service we can do for everybody else is just to have a strong sadhana, right? Just really keep your connection with God strong. Pray, chant, sing, study, and naturally, the service, like you'll want to do service, right? Because whenever we're in love, we want to serve. So when we love God, we want to serve, and we'll do that with a pure heart, and and that's service to the world. So that's where we start. We start here, and it's beautiful that you're seeing that in your family. It's such a blessing. Such a blessing. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for sharing, Shakti. Thanks for sharing, everyone. Does anybody have a final thing that they want to share before we?
I'll read a shloka from the Gita if nobody else has anything.
Yes, please read a sloka.
Sarvadharman parityagya mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarve papebhyo moksha yishyami ma suchaha.
Perfect.
Chapter
Translation?
18, verse 66. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear.
Perfect. That's the mic drop. That was a perfect verse to read for the class. Thank you. That's the conclusion of the Gita right there. If you came looking for, that's it. That's the conclusion of the Gita. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. And we'll see you on Monday. Gita Jayanti. That's a special day. So please come be with us. Have a good Thanksgiving. Hare Krishna.